What is going on, everybody? My name is Mario and welcome back to my channel. So guys, Birds of Prey comes out in about a week, give or take, depending on when this video gets uploaded. And it's safe to say I have zero clue what to make of this movie. But here's what I do know so far. The trailers that I've seen for Birds of Prey reminds me way too much of Suicide Squad, a scary amount to be honest. Now I do want to say that back in the day before we saw the actual movie, the trailers alone for Suicide Squad I actually loved. I know it's weird to say that now considering what Suicide Squad became, but back in the day, before the movie was released, I loved the trailers and marketing in general for Suicide Squad. Whether it was the posters, the TV spots, a teaser trailer, the actual trailer, whatever, I loved what I was seeing. And back then, I thought that Suicide Squad was going to be incredible. I was convinced that this movie was going to be great. I remember going to the theater and telling my friend that there's no way this movie could be bad. And lo and behold, the movie came out and I didn't like it at all. I was not a fan of Suicide Squad. I don't like that movie, unfortunately, because I was hyped because of the trailers. Now that I've seen what Suicide Squad has become as a movie, those trailers don't look as appealing anymore, I gotta say. And Birds of Prey's trailers and marketing in general right now is feeling and looking a hell of a lot like Suicide Squad did back in the day. You have bright, pretty colors, pinks and greens and blues and purples. I can't help but think of Suicide Squad whenever I see anything related to Birds of Prey. It feels like yet another supervillain team-up comic book film that's quirky and fun and has jokes and lots of actions, and it just feels like Suicide Squad. It really does. It's starting to be a bit concerning just how much this movie seems to parallel Suicide Squad. And I also cannot get over the fact that the embargo for Birds of Prey, as of right now, lifts one day before the movie is scheduled to come out. One day. I don't know when the social media embargo lifts, but I do know that the critics, as of today, as of when I'm recording this video, cannot talk about this movie until a day before release. I know most of you probably already know this, but in case you don't, holding a review embargo until the day before the movie releases is a huge red flag. Studios tend to do this whenever they don't have faith in their movie, so they're gonna hold the critics' reviews until the last day, hoping the audiences won't see it before they actually go and purchase their ticket, which is kind of stupid. People always look at reviews even if it lifts a day before, a week before. We're in the age of looking things up online. People will always find a way to look at the review for a movie they want to watch. So I think it's kind of pointless, and all it really does is tell me, it tells the other movie fans that you don't have faith in your film. Now, there is an exception to this rule. If you're an Avengers Endgame, if you're an Avengers Infinity War, if you're The Rise of Skywalker, those movies are huge. They're bound to have gigantic spoilers, so I can understand them holding the review embargo till the last day because they don't want those big spoilers to be released weeks in advance. I get that. I understand that. But Birds of Prey, I really can't understand what could be so secretive about this movie that they have to hold the embargo just one day before the movie releases. I really don't know what it could be. For all I know, Joaquin Phoenix is in this movie and he's fighting Ben Affleck's Batman, and I don't know, that just sounds so stupid, but that's the only thing that could be so crazy big that would warrant the movie's embargo being one day before the release date. And now this doesn't have to do anything with the actual filmmaking or the quality of the film, but this is starting to feel like deja vu all over again. Remember when Captain Marvel came out and there was people already trashing it online, calling it this, calling it that, it's just a feminist movie, it's just making men look bad, all this stuff. And I really don't want to see all the negativity and the hate happen with Birds of Prey like it did with Captain Marvel, because it was so exhausting and tiring and so redundant. People trashing the movie before it was released, mind you. We had not seen the movie at all. If you watch the movie and you don't like it, you have every right to say so. But if you have not seen the movie, which 95% of people who were trashing Captain Marvel back in the day had not seen the movie, You can't just spread that type of negativity for no reason and trashing the filmmakers and the cast and crew when you haven't even seen the movie. I've been seeing a little bit of that on Twitter happen right now with Birds of Prey, and I really don't want it to happen all over again because it's just gonna leave a nasty, negative feel for this movie every time I think about it. I already feel like Captain Marvel as a movie is already tainted with the negativity, and you just can't escape that. I really don't want Birds of Prey to have that same negativity attached to its name, but I guess time will only tell. I just really hope we're not all trashing this movie before it's even released. Now, yes, I haven't been super optimistic about this movie, but there are some things I do like about what I'm seeing. I gotta give credit where it's due. DC in the past few years has been stepping up and been releasing some great films. I'd even say incredible. I absolutely love Shazam. I really like Wonder Woman, and Aquaman I'm a fan of. I think it's a pretty good movie. It gets a thumbs up from me. As of right now, they've been on the right track for about 2 years, so I'd really like to think that they've planned out their movies and they've studied what works and what doesn't and have applied it to Birds of Prey. They've came a long way since 2016 when they were doing their dark and grim and brooding movies, and it's shown in the quality of their films. Birds of Prey could be yet another example of DC showing that they've understood where they went wrong and how they've course corrected up until this point. Birds of Prey could be yet another great installment in the DCEU, and it could prove to us as the audience members that DC knows what they're doing, and we can finally have the utmost confidence that they know what's best for this cinematic universe. The cast of Birds of Prey is pretty fantastic. Margot Robbie, of course, she's great, one of the greatest actresses working today, but the movie also has names like Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Seeing names like that attached to a DC movie only gets me more excited and more intrigued to watch the film. Cathy Yan, for the most part, is a new director to the scene. This could be her breakout moment, her chance to shine and solidify herself as a big name in Hollywood. We could be talking about Cathy Yan the same way we're talking about Patty Jenkins right now. Look, I really hope that the trailers are just deceiving me into thinking this is going to be Suicide Squad 2, and in actuality, it's a great, fun action comic book movie. Maybe in the future we'll be talking about Birds of Prey the same way we talk about Wonder Woman and Shazam. I'm rooting for this movie, I really am. I don't want any movie to fail ever. It does nobody any good when a movie fails critically or financially. At the very least, Birds of Prey looks and feels rather different from the other comic book movies. Yes, I've said it looks like Suicide Squad like a million times, but at the end of the day, Suicide Squad does feel pretty unique. So Birds of Prey's got that going for it. We're in an era where comic book movies all feel the same, and I know that might be controversial, but to me, a lot of them feel the same. So whenever we get some that are different, that try to push this genre into something new and fresh, I'm all for it. Yes, I know this movie feels like Suicide Squad, but maybe this is the Suicide Squad that I never got to see. Maybe this is Suicide Squad done right. I'll let you all know what I think of Birds of Prey when I finally get to see it next week. But I want to bring this back to you guys. What do you think of Birds of Prey? Are you cautious like I am? Do you really not know what to think of it? Do you think it's going to be great? Do you think it's going to be bad? Let me know what you all think in the comments section down below. With that all being said, guys, I hope you all have a good one and take care.